Here we go.
We're live.
We are live. Bob and Mike here from the Sports Nuts Last Minute Betting. At least for tonight. It's actually the last half hour betting or something like that. Click those links below for the best sports books in your state, folks. Down there in the description. And also in that description, there's a form. You can fill out one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 per month sports betting. Underneath that is Mike and I, our Calendly links. You can have a little one-on-one chat with us, and we can help you figure out a way to make more money sports betting. Whether you got any experience or not, we can put some money in your pocket, guarantee you. Mike at OddsJam.com, Bob at OddsJam.com. There's a Discord link below. We got that in there. Don't forget me, Mike, Alex on TikTok, OddsJam_Nutz with a Z, and Nutz. The OddsJam Partner Program. Share that link with your friends. You get 20% of all the revenue generated from that link. So here's what's happened, Mike. You and I are going to go back to doing an early betting video. So we're going to be doing some previews for tomorrow based on the positive EV page and a couple of things that we might think of. That is number one. Number two, my best bets has moved off of YouTube and on to TikTok. So I am going to give you my bets for the NHL tonight, and I'm going to do it right now at this present point in time while I'm thinking of it. Okay, very quickly. I took Carolina on the money line. Duh. I took Calgary on the money line. Duh. And our morning pick was Carolina and the Rangers over 5.5 goals. All right. So before you get to say anything, Mike, Jordan Thackeray, let's go. Joey Rappaport, Bob and Mike, let's go, baby, let's go. Listen to this. Jordan's doing an impression of us. Would you just shut up and let me talk? Over, under 5.5 for both Bob and Mike. Give me the over. All right, Mike, you can talk.
And I'll go ahead and drop one on the board. Can I talk now, Bob?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Would you shut up and let me talk?
Hey.
What? I'm just repeating what somebody in the chat said. Don't get so offended over nothing, man. Lighten up. Get in a better mood. You said you're always drugged down when you're on the show. Get in a better mood for the show, and then you won't be so drugged down, all right? So, Bobby, what do we start off with here? Do we want to recap last night? I think I think we need to jump into some recap.
We could do that if you will let me just very quickly do what's happening and let you catch you up on basically the baseball scoreboard. Twins are beating the A's 11-3 in the top of the eighth. Had the under in that. That baseball pick didn't go very well. Dodgers over the Diamondbacks 5-3 in the top of the seventh. Guardians and Reds just started. Red Sox are beating the Astros 2-1. We've actually got the Astros -1.5. Pick it up, boys. 7-6 Brewers over the Braves. That's a final. Rays over the Tigers 6-1, and the Rockies beat the Giants 5-3. That's what's happening. Now you want to get into last night? Let's get into last night and the NBA, Mike. And I think you had that pegged as to what was going to happen, and you were right.
I was right, but there's something to take away from this game one that's worrisome if you were riding Miami, and that is, Bob, they were down 8 points at halftime. Boston beat them 3 of the 4 quarters, right? That was with Jimmy Butler having to go for 41 points. When you look at the stat sheet, that's not a recipe for Miami to win this series. They're not going to be able to have Jimmy Butler go for 40+. Bam Adebayo will have to be more efficient offensively. Tyler Hero did have a good game, but honestly, with the news of Smart and Horford going into that game, I was really, really expecting Miami to come out playing a lot better than they did, given they had the rest advantage. And I think what we take away from this first game is if Boston gets Marcus Smart back, which I think they will, and Horford obviously in COVID protocol, I think Boston's going to knock off Miami on the road in game 2.
I think everybody's picking that. Everybody's on that right now. You're absolutely 100% right.
I'm surprised people aren't jumping on Miami, thinking that
I'm awake, Joey. Okay,
he's awake. Look, I just think that that did not go as expected. I honestly considered Miami first half. I didn't take it. I'm glad I didn't. Not a great performance by Miami and a win. I'm sorry. Look for a big game from Boston next game. They don't have Doc Rivers. Yeah.
Wow, boy, these guys rip on Rivers, don't they?
Well, you got to call it like it is. Maybe that championship he got was more because of Garnett, Pearson, Allen, and maybe
you sound like Randall now.
Maybe they held him back. Well, I mean, if you really look at it now, Bob, since then there's not a lot to go by other than a lot of letdowns. So,
well, Mac Jones, you know what? You ought to know because you don't you play quarterback in that area of the country? They're gone fishing. Jordan, I think Miami still takes the series. I really agree with you there. That is where. Okay, they're gone fishing. All right. Let's go to the NHL and what happened last night in the NHL playoffs. Since we're doing last night, and then we'll get to what's happening in the NBA today and what's happening in the NHL tonight. Okay, so last night, Tampa Bay told Florida, you know what, we're still champs. You're going to have to knock us off our perch. That's why I picked Tampa Bay in this series. I believe that the Lightning are going to get it done. And, Mike, Florida has not scored a power play goal yet this playoffs.
Yeah, completely a big letdown for Florida being at home. They have been money there. Not only did they just get outplayed in every phase of the game, I think there's a name that you need to keep note of in this series that if he decides that this is going to be one of his type of series, it's big trouble for Florida, and that's Corey Perry. That's a guy.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I mean, if Corey Perry, if this is a Corey Perry type of series, I mean, you're in a lot of trouble.
Scored a goal last night.
I know, and Corey Perry is a guy that can get the job done. Look, I know you could argue, well, he's been on teams that haven't gotten over the hump. He was with Dallas and they lost. He was with Montreal and they lost. Well, that wasn't because of Corey Perry. No. Otherwise, Tampa Bay wouldn't have picked the guy up. They wanted him for a reason. Corey Perry's a good fit for a playoff team.
Corey Perry is a garbage goal king.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
That's what he does.
He's also a net front presence that just wreaks havoc. And he's smart. He knows where to go. He knows how to box out. He knows how to do all those little things that a lot of people don't like to do. And Corey Perry is as good as anybody at those. And I would take him on my team any day, anywhere. Corey Perry is a good player, great player for his career. And this seems like the type of series for a guy like him, a not so physical Florida Panthers team, more of a finesse team, right? Guys like Corey Perry and Pat Maroon are going to, eat him up, take dinners for a while on that.
Eat him up.
Let's go, Don.
Yeah, I'm doing it, man. I'm flexing for you, bro. Bob, how many games do the Blues win in this series? I have no idea. And you know what? If they play like they did last night, this thing will be over in a hurry. Very disappointed in the way that they played. I can tell you this right now, though. You're right, Mac. Got to get the offense going. Jordan Binnington probably played, Michael, the best game that he's ever played in the playoffs, period. And that includes Game 7. He stood on his head practically.
Yeah, I mean, Binnington was unbelievable. I thought that it was really a shame that there was no effort in front of him. When you consider all the big saves that he made, at some point you were like, all right, guys, when are you going to realize that we cannot keep allowing this. And I really got to call out Craig Berube a little bit. I got to wonder, at what point in the game were you going to make an adjustment? At what point in the game were you going to decide that we can't just keep letting Colorado skate into the offensive zone with ease and just no forecheck at all? Okay. And hold on, let me finish. No, I don't want to finish. Let me finish, please. I got one more point to make, then I'll go to you. All right? Let me finish. Quit shaking your head.
I'm going to continue.
Here's the point I'm going to make. Why on earth did Craig Berube think that the Blues were going to do opposite of what Nashville did and try to skate with the Colorado Avalanche and go blow for blow with them? Why did they not take a little bit of what Nashville did and say, you know what, we're going to get physical with them? How many hits did they deliver last night? I mean, it didn't seem like they wanted any part of Colorado, and it's a shame.
Okay. First off, let's get something straight. Berube said before the game, and by the way, hockey in-game adjustments are much different than the NFL or the
understand
NBA.
That.
Okay, no, you let me finish now because you pushed the button. All right, let me explain something to you here, buddy. He preached to those guys. They already knew you cannot dump the puck out of your zone into the neutral zone because Colorado has the speed to be back on top of you. You have to skate it out, get it deep into their zone. That is on the forwards, and you want to know what line it's on? Vladimir Tarasenko, Robert Thomas, Pavel Buchnevich. Zero shots on goal. There is where your problem's at. You hear my dog? She's telling you. Coco's saying it right there. Coco wants in on this, then I'm bringing her in just a second. All right, and done with the NHL from last night. Let's get back to the NBA for tonight because we know that we've got a big game and we know all of you Mavericks fans are all excited about taking on Golden State. But Mike, I've got Golden State winning this game. I took them -5. Your thoughts?
So my thoughts on this is I do like Golden State in game one. And the reason why is they have to understand the importance of getting out to a 1-0 lead in this series at home. Dallas is a much better team at home themselves. So Golden State knows that that's the route Dallas can take. Dallas can just try to steal one game on the road, and they can win the rest of the games at home. So Golden State is going to have this game won badly, and they have to play like it. Now, for the series, here's why I think Dallas has a chance. Their defense has been a lot better, Bob, than what I thought they were. I thought they were suspect as far as a defense, and throughout these playoffs, they have been really good. Let's get to a couple of comments real quick.
Let him finish this. Tiger Woods. Tiger, who you got in the PGA Championship? Yourself? I think we're at 3 or 4, says Jordan, looking good for overbetters. And Warriors win big tonight, says Justin Brown.
And the other concern for me is with Dallas's defense getting better. Golden State, what has been their biggest issue so far? Their biggest issue so far has been the fact that they turn the ball over like crazy. The Warriors turn the ball over like crazy. I don't know where Bob took off to, but this is actually pretty nice keeping him away. I get the
no, it's not. There you go, Coco. Now what? Okay, all right. She says hush. Xander. Tiger's taking Xander Schauffele. Wow.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Very good. Very good, Tiger. I love that. So, Mike, not a chance for Golden State to win this series? I know you think.
They have a chance. Both of these teams are good at home. Golden State, as I just mentioned, understanding the importance of not losing game one and on your home floor. If there's a team you would trust to not allow that to happen, it'd be Golden State, right? 6-0 at home. So I expect this to be a series in which I think Golden State could go up 2-0. I think I would, if assuming Dallas loses game one, I do like Dallas in game two. But then again, I think this may be similar to what you saw with Phoenix. You may be seeing just nothing but home court advantage coming through. And then in a game seven, home court advantage is huge. but Dallas showed that they could rise to the occasion. So,
Coco, that's Michael.
I think this series has got 7 written all over it, and there's a lot of superstar power we get to look forward to as well.
All right, let's go to the NHL playoffs for tonight. Coco doesn't like Michael, by the way, guys. I just want you to know that she has good taste.
Also, got to look out for Golden State with the way they've been shooting the ball tonight. They've been shooting the ball lights out.
Okay, so I took Steph over 3.5 3-pointers tonight.
Okay.
It was a positive EV play, and I took it early this morning. All right, here we go. Rangers in Carolina. I know that on our morning pick, we went over the 5.5 goals in this game, but I still think Carolina wins this game. I think it is time for them to assert their domination. I'm not a believer in the Rangers right now. I do not think the Rangers are going to advance. I think Carolina is going to win this series. I think they're going to start it off tonight.
I think so too. Carolina has been so far so good at home, and I think that I expect when you look at that series for the Rangers with Pittsburgh, they took them to the limit. I love Carolina in this spot. I think they are a much more experienced team, and I think that they will get the job done for this series.
Okay.
I love the Rangers, I love the Hurricanes here.
All right. And then finally tonight, Edmonton at Calgary. I'm sorry. I'm totally opposite of you. I am not a believer in Connor McDavid because they have Mike Smith in goal. I am a believer in the Calgary Flames, who are going to the Western Conference Finals and hopefully playing the St. Louis Blues.
I'm a believer in Edmonton. I think they can win this series. I believe that Connor McDavid and Draisaitl are due. And if you really look, Bob, I think a lot of people would love to see, whether you like it or not, I think people would love to see a Colorado-Edmonton series when you consider the talent. Boy, that would be dynamite.
Why would it be dynamite?
Because you've got
Edmonton,
Cale Makar, Connor McDavid, and Leon Draisaitl, guys you just mentioned, who are about as good as we've gotten this game, perhaps.
Do you take Canes -1.5? No. Justin Brown. Oh, that was Tim Perna, by the way. Justin Brown. Give me Rangers and Oilers +1.5. Actually, I like that. I have both the Calgary and Carolina on the money line. Perna, I like the way you think. All right. Let's get to some positive EV plays. Mike, you want to share your screen or you want me to share mine?
Yeah, let's jump into it.
All right, let's do it right now, folks. Don't forget, you can have a little one-on-one with Mike or I. There is Calendly links below. If you want to talk sports betting and you are an OddsJam customer, you want to become an OddsJam customer, or you want to expand your sports betting strategy, we can help you with that. Mike, it's all yours now.
Yeah, we took Jalen Brunson under 19.5 player points tonight. I think it's a Luka type of night. Jalen Brunson has not been the same player on the road that he has been at home, although Game 7, he definitely was much better. But I expect that to continue here. I'll take Brunson on his under +105 on Caesars, beating the closing line value. I will also take the under on Dorian Finney-Smith +100 on under 11.5 player points on DraftKings. Right now, we are beating the closing line value and have beat it. Steph Curry, I'm taking the under on him. I'm taking under 26.5 player points. Ended up getting it at +104 on FanDuel. So let's go to the positive EV page and let's see if we got anything going on that we like, that we don't like. And since we're talking NBA specifically, we will just go ahead and jump in. My guess is going to be there's not a whole lot going on, but we'll look. Dwight Powell over 0.5 player assists looks like +225 on Caesars. OddsJam perfect line had that priced at +175. Looks like the fair odds on that are plus 197. Obviously, very poor market width, but definitely value on that. Just don't think I'm going to take my chances on Dwight Powell.
That's
sure
one. Isn't that one assist?
That is, but it's also Dwight Powell. So,
Well,
look, I'll stay away from that pick.
Okay.
That's just me. Player assists. Look, it looks like Steph under 5.5 player assists, plus 105 on DraftKings right now. The OddsJam perfect line had that price at minus 123. And it looks like the fair value on that is minus 106. You have a 31 cents of market width. I like that bet.
Will you stop for 1 second?
What?
Point out, since you're already there, how we bold-faced the play, how we now have the market width and the no vig right there. You don't have to use the calculator. It's already done for you, folks.
Yeah. So right here to the far right, there it is. That is your fair odds on both of those plays. And right there, you'll have the OddsJam perfect line as you have always seen. It's in the same spot. You have the market width off to the very, very right here. And obviously your play on both sides right here is always bold-faced on the play that you're going with. Your Kelly calculator right there. And then also same thing there with adding to your bet tracker. As you see on this play, I want to point out we're getting really good odds on this play. So that's why I like it. So I will add that to my bet tracker.
All right. I got that. And let me see your bet tracker. How you doing?
We've been a little sloppy here lately.
Hey, I got to show you this.
We've been all right. I mean, we've been profitable, but we've not been doing as good as we like.
Steven Bassett Powell had 2 assists last 10 games. Forget that bet. So you're right there, Mike. Good job.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, again, I know it's plus 225. Boy, if he could just get 1 assist, right? Yeah, easier said than done for big Dwight Powell. So that being said,
right. Can I go to mine?
I was just going to point out, it looks like there's a PRA play on Steph Curry that has really good value.
Okay.
Believe it or not. So that's something to look at, but I've got unders on him, so I'm not taking that.
Okay. So I took the over on player made threes earlier, right down here. And, it was, I got it for minus 140, was a positive EV play this morning. Okay. And I took it when it was there. I also have the Guardians minus 1.5 on the run line. I have the Twins minus 1.5 on the run line. Both of those are going to come through. Did not hit this one. Athletics in Twins, it's way over the 7.5. So that was a play that did not work out for me. I do have the Marlins and the Nationals over 8 runs tonight. If I go to the positive EV page right now, and by the way, I don't know whether you guys know this or not, but right here is a very quick refresh. And let me change the date because this is kind of doing tomorrow's. Here is an interesting play that I could see hitting tonight. And it is Igor Shesterkin over 29.5 player saves. Market was 35. Minus 126 is the fair odds. Minus 147 is the pinnacle line. We can get it for minus 118 on FanDuel. Mike, what do you think of that play? It's a 55.97% chance of hitting. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that play. I really do. Carolina's definitely going to give him some action. So I definitely expect him to have an okay game. He can get 30 saves and still, Carolina can get 3-4 goals on him and no problem. So I like that play. Okay. I'm going to show my bet tracker real quick, like you wanted me to.
I will here just a second. I got to do this real quick. Vincent Trocheck over 2.5 player shots on goal. Look at the value on this. I know it's a 40-cent market with, but plus 125 is the fair odds. Plus a 109 is the pinnacle odds. And on Betway, it's plus 140. That's pretty big.
Yeah, no doubt. You got good value on that play, and the market width is definitely not too high on that either. So yeah.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing, and you can share your screen again, and we will show you're sharing right now. We'll show your bet tracker, your overall.
All right. So as you see here, we got our bets placed pending. We got our wins and losses. Now here's a problem right here. This Marcus Smart bet over 14.5 player points, it's still pending. That's a bummer because that hit in almost the first quarter. Marcus Smart in that game 7 with Milwaukee. That was one we did on TikTok Live actually that we placed and ended up hitting. That was awesome. So there you see wins, losses. If it won, it's green. If it lost, it's red. The green and the number here, the plus 110, that's just indicating that I beat the closing line value. The red indicates I did not. Doesn't mean that play went. As you see here, it's red. I didn't beat the closing line value, but I won the bet. So, again, pay attention to that. That'll help you determine if you're beating the closing line value and all that good stuff. And as you see here, that's our bet tracker right now. Now we'll go to my dashboard.
Can you do this real quick? Answer Andre's question. Read that real quick.
Okay. What's the question?
Can you read it?
In the bet tracker, is that closing line value for the OddsJam perfect line or the sports book you placed the bet on? Yeah, the CLV is the closing line value. All right, so the odds is what I got the odds for. Let me go to the ones that are showing. So yeah, that's what I got the odds for. Plus 130. And it beat the closing line value. It was plus 108. That was the closing line value. This one, I got it at plus 105. I didn't beat the closing line value. The closing line value ended up being plus 108. Same thing with this. I got it for that. That's the odds I got it for. And these are the odds that the closing line value, that's what the odds ended up being at the end.
Okay. Edgar Covarrubias is here. He's saying hi and thumbs up and all that kind of good stuff.
Edgar is in the house. So here's our profit so far on this show. Doing good. Total profit, 1424. We got 250 in pending bets, 22% ROI, beating the closing line value 65.5% of the time. Total profit by time. Bad week 16, bad week 17, real good week 18, and week 19. Not what we'd like, but as you see here, we're still humming along.
All right, cool. We got like a minute and a half left. Let's get to what we need to get to here, and let me start off with, folks. I put this together for TikTok. For a 2-leg parlay. You saw it here. Yes, an NHL same game parlay 2-leg under 5.5 in the Rangers and Hurricanes because it was plus 100 and money line Carolina. So it's going against our line, our pick from the morning show. So let us move on and get Mike's lock of the night. What do you got, Mike?
You're going with me, huh? So my lock of the night, Bob, you know that I'm going to stay hot, right? First of all, can you put my record up there first?
I have no idea what your record is, and I care
we're
less.
35-21. Okay. Can you put that up there for me?
Yeah.
And by the way, I minus 170 money line picks, Bob. You're getting torched. Just want to point that out.
No, it was not minus 170 when I placed the bet. Tell him to shut up. Okay.
Okay. Well, it is in that picture, so that's what we're going by.
Well, yeah, it's a parlay. Okay. Hello. Okay. It's in it. I just picked a parlay in DraftKings. All right. My goodness, what a goofball that guy is.
So My lock of the night, I'm going to go with Golden State at home. I think they'll cover the spread. We'll roll with the minus 5.5 we got going on right now. Since if you're not able to bet, or if you haven't bet this yet, I'm confident that you can go ahead and still ride that at that spread. So go ahead.
Okay. All right. We're overtime.
And no minus 170 here.
26 and 21. Who cares? It's a parlay. Hush. Let me finish. We're overtime here, man. 26 and 21 is my record. Okay. And I am going with, well, I can't go with the one that I wanted to because that game is already in progress. It would have been the Minnesota minus 1.5. I'm going to take the Guardians minus 1.5 tonight against the Reds. That's what I had earlier. That's what I'm going with. I've had it all day long. All right. So there you go. That's last minute betting. We are going to have early betting. We're going to look at some plays tomorrow in the Positive EV page and see what we come up with. We don't need to bring that group text into the show, okay? Edgar's tailing. Jordan Thackeray, let's have a night, boys. Good luck.
Let's do it.
Edgar, go Valrbias.
Peace out, Edgar.